And Fortnite means 2 weeks before a video game.
Did you guys let Franklin... Did Franklin go in my room while I was gone?
Yes.
No.
Why?
He eats my bullets. My bullet has a chunk out of it. And oop.
So we walked around today, the Southport Town Center in West Sacramento. We were trying to kill some time before picking up Lennox from a birthday party. And there's a Wells Fargo there and there's a Bank of America there. And we first went to the Wells. Well, the Wells was the first one we walked by. And there was an ATM receipt hanging out of the ATM, which is redundant. There was a receipt hanging out of the ATM, the automatic teller machine. And I said, "Oh, I'm going to grab it." Mm-hmm. And I grabbed it. And I'm always fascinated by ATM receipts. Well, they're not all fascinating. Because the first one wasn't fascinating. I grabbed 3 tonight. I'll take the fall, honey. I grabbed 3.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
In a 1 hour period, we happened to come across 3 receipts hanging out of an ATM.
Yeah. And there were more on the ground, like on the street.
Yeah.
But I won't touch those because that's dirty and that's nasty. But these were hanging out fresh from the receipt garden.
And we're nosy. Okay?
I'm super nosy.
I'm nosy too. So we were like, oh my gosh, go see it. Go look at it.
Yeah.
Take it out.
And it's all about the balance and the withdrawal. So the first one was nothing to write home about. They took out $40 and they had an $800 balance. Okay. But the second one, are you ready? Well, how should I start? Okay, so their original balance was $1,100.
Decent.
Ending balance was $300. So they took out $800 on a Friday afternoon.
You know what? Yeah, it's Friday night. They're going to paint the town red. They're going downtown Sacramento.
Friday night, just got paid.
They're hitting up,
Insert hip club here.
Insert strip club here.
Whoa, wait a second. That's Rancho Cordova, honey. Let's be honest. $800 on a Friday afternoon. So if it was like a Tuesday, it'd be like, okay, rent's due. But I guess theoretically rent can be due on Saturday or Sunday.
It is April 1st.
Oh.
The first of the month.
They're kidding? It's
No.
April Fools. My balance is $300.
First of the month, you got rent due, you know?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yes, honey.
I see what you're saying. But it's April Fool's, so you tell your landlord, hee, just kidding. Well, okay, but going from $1,100 to a $300 balance in one withdrawal is quite the dip, the difference.
Yeah.
Like $1,100 is like comfy, and then $300 is like
totally.
We had we chatted the other night, Day. Mm-hmm. We chat a lot, you and I. We're married, honey.
We chat every day, honey. We live together.
We do. But so I brought up, I was chatting to Pauli, my coworker, and he was saying, it was the day before payday, and he goes, if you have a credit union, you get paid today, which is a thing. If you have a credit union, you get paid a day early.
Yeah, because usually we have direct deposit with
And oop.
If you have a normal bank, you get your paycheck on a Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, I said our employer.
I know, I'm going to take it out.
I'm sorry.
No, that's cool. It's fine. But many regular companies, private companies do this.
So our bi-weekly paychecks come on a Friday, but if you have a credit union, you get it on a Thursday.
Yeah.
And then if Thursday is a holiday, like it was this week.
Yeah.
Cesar Chavez, ever heard of him?
Yeah. Yes. Rest in power.
So the people with credit union got their checks on the Wednesday.
Yeah.
And the rest of us with normal banks got it today on a Friday.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I told Pau, and Pau said on Wednesday, you if you had a credit union, you'd be paid today. And I'm like, yeah, but then that gives you, so it'd be 2 days ahead of time. But then I said, you have 2 more days to spend it also. So I didn't see This has been a credit union getting paid a day early has been a thing for decades. Like I remember back at Pac Bell, if you had, I think it was Patelco, but if you had a credit union, you would get paid one day early, and I'd always be like, "Who cares? It's still 2 weeks apart. So what the hell's a big deal?"
Yeah. So, and then my counter attack.
Yes.
People who
it was like Crossfire on CNBC or something, honey.
So getting your check a day or two early is really impactful to people who live paycheck to paycheck.
Would you say it's important?
Yeah. It's life-changing.
Is it important?
If you live paycheck to paycheck, then getting your paycheck a day or two early, it's...
But it's still 2 weeks apart.
It is 2 weeks. That's, you know what, that's like the thing, is like sometimes you get your check a day or two early, and then you have to wait 16 more days till your next paycheck. So yeah, you have that money to spend early, but then you have to go even longer till your next paycheck. And that's really difficult. And how do I know this? Because I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been there. I have lived paycheck to paycheck. I have lived more than paycheck to paycheck, where I was like many weeks behind on every bill I had. So I told you this story because you're like, what does it matter if you get your paycheck a day early? And I told you there was one time, and I always get my paycheck on a Friday, and it was like such a fluke. I happened to check my bank account on a Thursday night, and I got my check early. Yeah. And this has never happened again, but I got it that night. And I literally started crying because I had money in my bank account and I could go buy dinner. And I went to the grocery store. I went to Save Mart on Kiefer Boulevard. And I bought some dinner. I bought some food. Happy Inn? No, I bought like groceries at Kiefer. Okay. So it makes such a difference for even when you're living paycheck to paycheck. It doesn't matter if you get it a day or two early because you're just living day to day. Yes. Just trying to survive.
Okay. And then my counter argument, and I like how we're recreating our actual real life chats, is that if this is such a big deal, getting a paycheck a day early, sometimes 2 days, is that it's a sign of something bigger, a bigger issue, a bigger problem that, well, I don't know Pauli's finances, but that you're spending too much, or your finances are out of order, or your money management needs to be rectified, needs to be put in, needs an intervention, to where that 1 day or 2 days isn't such a huge deal.
Yeah. It was a blessing and a curse at the same time. Yeah. Because you got the money early, you could spend it, but then you had to go an additional 16 days without money. Right.
And in your case, it was a sign of a bigger issue, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But like, there's nothing I wasn't in control, okay? Right. I was being overpowered. I was not in control of everything. So, gotcha. Okay. You know what? But then there's other people who like are doing the best they can, and then I think like unexpected medical expenses come up. Yeah. Not everybody is able-bodied. Yeah. And like having a steady 9-to-5 job that pays them every 2 weeks or every week or whatever.
The last time I fainted and an ambulance came and they took me to the hospital, you were there, my love. And suddenly I had a bill for $5,000, $6,000, something like that. And I was between jobs or part-time or temp. I was something. I was not in my current status. But my mom came through, thank God, with the $5,000 or $6,000. And
I mean,
very thankful. Yeah.
There are so many people out there who don't have parents or siblings. Like, people who don't have safety nets. They don't have support. Yeah. God, it's so scary. And that's why I'm so, like, empathetic towards Really Hungry Guy and, like, other people out there. Yeah. Like, we've been so blessed.
It's hard. And it can be hard out there, yeah.
It not only can it is. What? It is so hard. We are able-bodied.
Yes.
We have a steady
really
roof
hungry
over...
guy seems able-bodied, honey.
We have a roof over our head.
Mm-hmm.
We have each other.
Yes.
We're so blessed.
We are.
And you have to have somewhat of a stable surrounding or environment to help you, like, jump off to that next point to get even more stable.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah. You need a fallback, a foundation. Yeah.
I've been blessed. You've been blessed. I don't judge anybody who lives paycheck to paycheck. And I've been there. Oh my God, I've been there. You don't even know.
I think there should be some judgment. Well, it's like the obesity thing we talked about and the homeless thing. There's some people who have bad luck and are down and out and really just there's no fault that lies with them. But then there are some people who spend irresponsibly and are just have no money management skills and just they don't think about the future. Well, like with the obesity, like with the overweight thing, is it 6%? Is it 80%? I don't know. I'll never know. We'll never know.
Yeah, I just think we really need to think about it like individually. You can't lump everybody together in one category.
Yeah, well, that's why you need a panel of people who will judge each case individually and said, did you really need those Louis Vuitton platform shoes for $600? Yeah.
I understand how things can go south.
Yeah.
And you have sometimes, living expenses are high.
Yeah, and they're just getting worse. Thanks, Joe Biden.
And sometimes you have a partner who is squandering away all of your funds.
Yeah. And
you're giving that person all of your paycheck to fund their illicit activities. And you're trapped and lost and scared.
Seems like you're speaking from the first person, honey. When you buy a frosty beverage from the vending machine and you bring it home and I see it on the counter, I'm like...
I know. You're like, you bought this $2 beverage from the vending machine.
And I said, if you bought it in a 12-pack from Walmart on our grocery pickup, it would cost about 83 cents. But anyway, should I get to the second ATM receipt, honey?
Yeah.
The second ATM receipt, I'll tell you the withdrawal. I'll tell you the withdrawal amount first. The withdrawal amount was $80. Okay, you're headed to the club. You're headed to the bar. That's what I used to take out. 60, 80, $100. You could blow all that.
In the early 2000s?
Yeah, boy. With Matt Furuzawa, Glass Cat, and Sound Factory, am I right? But you talk about spending irresponsibly. Me in my early 20s, well, that's what you do in your early 20s. So this person took out $80. Okay. You're headed to the Pheasant Club in the West Sacramento institution. But the balance after the $80 withdrawal was $21,000.
Hey, boy. Wow. You baller.
Must be nice. Must be nice, man.
Are you a criminal?
See, get the FTC on your ass. Get the feds. It must be nice to see 20 G's in your account.
I've never known such a thing.
Right. And I imagine he, she, whatever, they, Z, has like 6 accounts. Like here's $8,000 and here's $14,000.
They have a shadow account?
They have offshore bank accounts in freaking the Bahamas or whatever. They pay zero taxes like Elon Musk or Facebook or whatever. But yeah, that must. What do you know the most money you've ever had in your account, checking and or savings?
Yes.
What's the amount? Do you remember and when?
Yes.
Well, go ahead.
I'm scared to say.
Okay. I can't think of it. I've had over 10. But
I've had around that amount, and it was after I was divorced and after I got a tax return for the first time in my life, like a substantial tax return.
Yeah. And then that's when you went to Dillon Beach
Yeah.
with Luna Marie.
Yeah, I took my children on a week-long trip to the ocean. I rented a cabin for us.
Yeah.
I brought my parents with us and my niece.
You were making it rain at Dillon Beach?
Oh my God, yeah.
And that place is super expensive because we've looked at it.
Uh-huh. And it's not worth it for us to go.
First of all, they don't let you book one night. You have to book two nights so they can plunder and pillage your bank account.
Let me just say that after years and years of being in my first marriage and having my 2 young children.
Wait. You used to be married? Stop the recording.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I did. And like being months behind on every bill and having like no food, no money, just struggling to pay every single bill.
I couldn't imagine that, honey.
And after I finally broke free of that situation and I was on my own, supporting myself and my kids. Yeah. And within the first couple of years, like for the first time in my adult life, I had extra money to spend and I was comfortable and I wasn't so on the edge and scared all the time. Yeah. So I went a little bit hog wild.
Yeah. What is that when you bought Coca-Cola from the vending machine for $1.99?
That's when I would go to Target and I would just like buy household goods at Target. And I took my kids and my parents to the beach and I paid myself for a cabin. I finally caught up on my bills.
Yeah. You treat yourself, and you were in the position where you could treat yourself.
Yeah, like for the first time ever, I wasn't looking at every single price of every single item I was buying. Yeah. And it was amazing. And so for a couple of years, I let myself go a little bit wild. And then after that, I was like, okay, you got to rein yourself in, girl. Yeah. Because I was going a little bit too wild.
There's only so much you can buy at Target.
Yeah, so... But I felt like I deserved that.
Yeah.
And so I did that for the first year or so.
I think we're good with money. You pay on our mortgage, you pay like a couple $100 every month more over the minimum or required amount. Yeah.
I don't even know what our exact mortgage is. I don't know. Yeah. Because I always spend like $200 to $300 extra a month. Yeah. Like, we pay all our bills.
Yeah. We out here paying our bills. We take care of these kids.
You're quoting me.
Well, you're easily quotable. I think we're good.
We're fine. We're blessed.
In my mom's eyes, I'm not good enough. But that's a whole nother deal. That's a whole lifelong.
You know what? It takes a combination of being blessed and being responsible. Yeah. So you got to be both. Yeah. Like some people are very responsible and careful, and like there's just so much stacked up against them that they can't be perfect, and they're in the red. Yeah. But if you're making enough money to meet your needs, and then you're also responsible and careful, you can be okay. And that's where we fall currently. And I'm so thankful. I'm so blessed because I struggled for a lot of years, and I'm so grateful to be here now. Yeah. And it's a combination of luck and responsibility.
Je ne sais quoi.
Yeah.
Fate, destiny, serendipity. I think we're good at spending. We're not great, but well, our one thing is eating out.
Food is our weakness. Okay?
Food. And like, darling daughter Luna Marie is gonna have 3 of her friends over tomorrow, sleepover, and she wanted sushi, and we were like, that's like $70 for 4 girls, and they don't eat it all. And so I was like, what fast food do you want? Do you want Taco Bell, McDonald's, Little Caesars? We're gonna get Little Caesars. Yeah. So we imbibe, we indulge there, but we're smart about it. And more fast food, say what you want, it's cheap, dude. And you go to mom and pop restaurants, you're looking at $15 a plate, and then you got a tip, and it's a lot. So we're gonna do Little Caesars tomorrow. Then we're doing Chipotle. We're doing
a bang bang.
Yeah, we're doing a bang bang, but completely within reason, because Chipotle has pollo asado. It's their new product.
We're doing it for you guys, okay? It's for the pod.
Yeah, we're doing it for the internet. We're doing it for the Lewises and the Fishers and the Nicholases and Kevin Jurin and Sandy Rice. I just named all of our listeners.
Yeah. Love you guys.
But yeah, fast food, more and more, I want to opt there. And it's not great quality-wise or the way it's cooked or prepared or whatever. They take shortcuts, but it's cheap. And you get your fill. You get your little dopamine hit or whatever. Yeah. And it's a fun time, and then you move on. But yeah, restaurants are just hecka expensive. Thanks, Joe Biden. So, anyways, that's what we did. The ATM. We picked up Lennox Albert from a birthday party where the kids were like slapping each other in the chest. It was very odd. It was like a fraternity pledging or something.
It was madness and mayhem. These 12-year-old, 10, he's 10. Yeah. These 10-year-old boys were running around, pushing each other down, smacking each other in the chest.
Playing, it was like a weird freeze tag.
It was some form of freeze tag, but they were like hitting each other.
Yeah.
And
Lennox, so one kid hit Lennox in the chest, and he like bowled over, like he had to collect himself, and we were across the backyard.
We were like, should we get up and attack this kid, or
what the hell's wrong with this kid? And then later we were like, Len, are you okay? Well, he's like, oh, it's the 5th time I've been hit in the chest. And we were like, what the hell?
And then he kept repeatedly saying, this was so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
This is the best party. So much fun.
Oh, yeah. And kids were slapping each other in the chest left and right. Like it was hard keeping up.
It was like a wrestling match.
It was very bizarre. It seemed unregulated, unorganized, unkempt.
Well, sure. We were the only adults in the backyard, honey.
Well,
and we were just sitting there like aghast watching what was happening.
We were sitting there with one other mom who seemed out of it or just unconcerned or not interested. The couple, very interesting. 3 words. Do we want to say those 3 words, honey?
No.
Okay. And then, so that's it. Oh, there's a Port-A-Potty in our condominium complex.
What do you do when a Port-A-Potty has been present in your condominium complex for at least a month?
Yeah. So there's
a few corridors down.
A unit is having some sort of work done, remodeling floors, plumbing, who knows. Yeah. But they have a Port-A-Potty there for the workers during the day. And it's been there for weeks.
We assume.
Weeks, I say. And it's just an eyesore. It's urban blight is what it is. And like our condo complex is nice, but we're packed in here. It's tight. So a Port-A-Potty stands out, if you will.
Certainly. Like if we lived on the same little street as this person, we'd be going crazy.
Yeah.
We'd be calling the Port-A-Potty company, reporting this.
Yeah.
Take this away at once.
If this was happening in our unit, every day I would drive by and be like, these motherfuckers with their Port-A-Potty.
Like,
these sons of bitches. It's like if you have a real house or in a real neighborhood, your next door neighbor has a giant boat that blocks your view or whatever.
Or you know what?
Or a
like,
motorhome. Yeah.
Houses in normal neighborhoods have like those giant like trash or those bins.
Yeah.
What are they called?
Yeah. Yeah. Dumpsters.
Yeah, like a dumpster thing. Yeah. It's like parked in their garage or street for months.
Like we're cleaning out we're remodeling and it's there for like 6 months. Dude.
It's like an episode of Hoarders and they bring those like dumpsters to clean out the hoarder's house.
It's just a bunch of nonsense. Okay, so are we done, honey?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's the end of the program. It's been fun. Excuse me, but not really. Let's all try a little harder next time. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, review, and rate. Or don't. Do whatever you want. You're a grown-up. Make your own decisions. Do what's best for your family. Please be sure to use our promo code for...
dumpster divers.
1-800-GOT-JUNK.
1-800...
I don't know. We don't have a promo code for 1-800-GOT-JUNK. Actually, I heard Leo Laporte, he did 8 sleep, the number 8. It's a sheet or a bed, a mattress topper of some sort that helps you sleep better.
Ooh, I want it.
8sleep.com. We don't have a promo code for 8sleep.com. Goodbye, my podcast friends. I love you. My wife and I love you. We hope you have a good day today and tomorrow. And sure, we may have almost ruined our first parent friendship by saying 3 little words describing their relationship. We'll say those words on the Patreon feed, honey. But I'm still a good person, and
Do you want to say the acronym? NDF. Cut that out.
No one's gonna know.
Cut it out.
We're still good people. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. I hope you have a wonderful day. Oh, and thank you for caring. I hope you have a wonderful day/night. Bye.
And oop. Ooh.
We got chicken.
Is that crispy, juicy tender? I can't eat no longer.